Was Cleopatra's power derived solely from her relationships, or was there more to her reign than just the men she was involved with? This question has sparked countless debates among historians and scholars alike. Cleopatra, the last pharaoh of ancient Egypt, was born into a world of power and intrigue. She was a member of the Ptolemaic dynasty, a family of Greek origin that ruled Egypt after the death of Alexander the Great. From a young age she was groomed to rule, receiving an education steeped in politics, philosophy, and the arts. The early years of Cleopatra's reign were fraught with challenges. Her father left the kingdom heavily in debt, and upon his death, she was expected to rule alongside her brother as co-regent. However, Cleopatra had a different vision for Egypt. She sought to restore her kingdom to its former glory, and she wouldn't let anyone stand in her way. Cleopatra's rise to power was no simple feat. She was a woman in a man's world, and she had to fight for her place every step of the way. She was known for her intelligence and political savvy, characteristics that were instrumental in her ascension to the throne. Despite the odds stacked against her, she managed to maintain her grip on power through strategic alliances and a keen understanding of the political landscape of her time. But Cleopatra was more than just a power-hungry ruler. She was also a linguist, a naval strategist, and a scholar. She was said to speak 9 languages and was the first Ptolemaic ruler to learn Egyptian. She also authored books on medicine, cosmetics, and magic. In short, she was a woman of many talents and interests, and she used these to her advantage. However, Cleopatra's reign was not without controversy. Her relationships with powerful men like Julius Caesar and Mark Antony have often overshadowed her accomplishments. These liaisons have led many to question whether her power was a product of these relationships, or if she was truly a capable and effective ruler in her own right. Cleopatra was a woman of power and influence, but her reign was not without its share of controversy. As we delve deeper into her life and reign, we will uncover the enigma that is Cleopatra, a woman who was much more than just a seductress. Julius Caesar was not just a lover to Cleopatra but also a political ally. But how did their relationship influence her rule? Dive into the annals of history, and you'll find that the bond between Cleopatra and Julius Caesar was steeped in political strategy as much as it was in passion. Born out of a shared thirst for power and sovereignty, their alliance had far-reaching implications that extended beyond their personal lives and into the realm of politics. Cleopatra, the last active ruler of the Ptolemaic kingdom of Egypt, saw in Caesar an opportunity to strengthen her position and secure her rule. Their connection was a strategic move for both parties. Caesar, a prominent military general and statesman in Rome, found in Cleopatra an ally that could offer him access to Egypt's wealth and resources, a vital asset in his bid for absolute power in Rome. The alliance was a shrewd move on Cleopatra's part. By aligning herself with one of Rome's most influential figures, she was able to consolidate her power and maintain her kingdom's independence. The alliance also offered her protection against her adversaries, particularly her brother Ptolemy III, with whom she was in a power struggle. In return, Caesar received Cleopatra's support in his campaigns. Her wealth helped fuel his military expeditions, and her influence extended his reach beyond Rome's borders. Their relationship was a partnership, a merger of 2 powerful entities that resulted in mutual benefit. It was a testament to Cleopatra's cunning and political savvy. She understood the power dynamics of the time and used her relationship with Caesar to her advantage. But their alliance was not without its controversies. Their relationship was viewed with suspicion by many in Rome, leading to political tension and eventually contributing to Caesar's assassination. Despite the turmoil, Cleopatra managed to maintain her position, demonstrating her resilience in the face of adversity. Cleopatra's relationship with Caesar was not just a love affair, it was a strategic move that secured her position as a powerful ruler. The intrigue and drama surrounding their relationship continue to captivate us, reminding us that the politics of power are as timeless as the love stories that often accompany them. Mark Antony was another powerful figure in Cleopatra's life. But was this relationship also a power play? Indeed, Cleopatra's alliance with Mark Antony was another masterstroke in her chess game of power. Antony, a Roman general and statesman, was a force to be reckoned with. After Julius Caesar's death, he was one of the 3 men known as the Second Triumvirate, who ruled Rome. But Mark Antony was not immune to Cleopatra's charms. He was enchanted by her intelligence, her charisma, and her political savvy. Their alliance was not just a romantic liaison, but also a strategic partnership. Antony needed Egypt's wealth to fund his military campaigns, and Cleopatra needed Rome's protection to secure her throne. Their partnership was a dance of power and politics. Antony gifted Cleopatra large portions of the Roman Empire, expanding her domain and increasing her wealth. In return, Cleopatra provided Antony with the financial and military support he needed to pursue his ambitions in Rome. But this alliance was not without its risks. It ruffled feathers in Rome, and Antony's rivals painted him as a puppet of the Egyptian queen. They claimed that he was forsaking his Roman heritage for his love for Cleopatra. This led to a civil war, with Antony and Cleopatra on one side, and Octavian, Antony's fellow triumvir, on the other. Nevertheless, Cleopatra and Antony stood their ground. They created a formidable power base in the east and even had 3 children together. Their alliance was a declaration of independence from Rome, a bold statement that they were a power couple to be reckoned with. However, it was not meant to last. Their combined forces were defeated by Octavian in the Battle of Actium. Antony, believing Cleopatra to be dead, took his own life. Cleopatra, devastated by his death, soon followed suit. But their alliance, their love, and their struggle for power left an indelible mark on history. Cleopatra and Mark Antony's alliance was a strategic move that further strengthened Cleopatra's position. And while their story ended in tragedy, it is a testament to Cleopatra's cunning and resolve, her ability to navigate the treacherous waters of power and politics. But all the power and influence couldn't save Cleopatra from her eventual downfall. What led to her demise? In the grand scheme of things, Cleopatra's relationships, while initially beneficial, ultimately led to her demise. Her intimate alliances with Julius Caesar and Mark Antony, although sources of her power, became the triggers for her downfall. These relationships, meant to consolidate her rule, instead became her Achilles' heel. Let's delve into this a bit more. Cleopatra's relationship with Mark Antony, in particular, drew the ire of Rome. Antony's increasing involvement in Egyptian affairs, and his apparent infatuation with Cleopatra, were seen as a direct affront to Roman supremacy and its values. This led to a growing resentment among the Roman elite, culminating in a declaration of war against the Egyptian queen. The Battle of Actium in 31 BC was the decisive confrontation, where Antony and Cleopatra's forces were defeated by Octavian, the future first emperor of Rome. This defeat marked the beginning of the end for Cleopatra. Antony, in a state of despair, took his own life, leaving Cleopatra alone to face the consequences. Knowing she would be paraded through Rome as a trophy of war, Cleopatra chose to die on her own terms. In a final act of defiance, she reportedly committed suicide, thus marking the end of the Ptolemaic dynasty and effectively the end of an era in Egypt. It's also worth noting the role of Cleopatra's own ambition in her downfall. Her dream of creating a world empire with Egypt at its heart may have overreached the realities of her time. Her strategic maneuvers, while impressive, were not enough to overcome the emerging power of Rome. In the end, Cleopatra's downfall came not just from external factors, but also from the very strategies and relationships she had used to ascend to power. Her story serves as a powerful reminder that power is transient, and even the most strategic of alliances can lead to one's downfall, if not handled with caution. Cleopatra's reign was a testament to her intelligence and strategic prowess, but even she couldn't escape the inevitable downfall. Despite her downfall, Cleopatra left a lasting legacy. But what exactly is this legacy? To unearth the answer, let's journey back to the sands of time, to the era of Cleopatra's reign. As the last active ruler of the Ptolemaic kingdom of Egypt, Cleopatra's impact on Egypt and the world was profound and far-reaching. Her reign was a period of cultural efflorescence, with Egypt becoming a hub for scholars, artists, and intellectuals. This enriching era resulted in the flourishing of Egyptian art, architecture, and literature, echoing throughout the centuries to our present day. Cleopatra was not just a queen, she was a diplomat, a military tactician, a naval commander, and a polyglot. She was the epitome of a strategic mastermind, forging alliances that would reshape the political landscape of the ancient world. Her relationships with 2 of Rome's most powerful figures, Julius Caesar and Mark Antony, were not merely romantic escapades. They were calculated moves designed to fortify Egypt's position and protect it from the burgeoning Roman Empire. The world has long been captivated by Cleopatra's story. Her life and reign have been the subject of countless works of literature, art, and film. She has been portrayed as a femme fatale, a tragic heroine, and a symbol of female power. But beyond the myths and legends, Cleopatra was a leader who used her intelligence, charm, and strategic acumen to navigate a world dominated by men. Cleopatra's power plays and diplomatic tactics have been studied and admired throughout history. They continue to be a source of inspiration for leaders and strategists today. In a world that often dismissed women as mere pawns, Cleopatra emerged as a queen who knew how to play the game. She was a woman who dared to defy conventions, to shape her own destiny, and to leave an indelible mark on history. Cleopatra's reign may have ended in tragedy, but her legacy lives on, a testament to her intelligence, strategic prowess, and indomitable spirit.
Caught in the thrill of the game? Dive deeper with us. Hit subscribe to be the first to catch our latest content. To our loyal subscribers, your support is invaluable. Your engagement, likes, comments, shares, propels us to push the boundaries. So immerse yourself, engage, and inspire us to continually evolve. Thank you for being part of our journey.